So I wanted to make a video explaining why I'm making videos. My husband and I have been on this infertility journey for about 6 years. We've gone through a lot, and sometimes I kind of forget how much we have actually been through because it has been so many years. And so throughout this IVF process, I don't ever want to forget everything we've gone through to realize our dream of being parents. Another reason is because we aren't telling our families that we're doing this because we don't want any pressure. It's hard enough as it is going through this process, and we do have a very small amount of people who do know we're doing this. In 2014, so 3 years ago, we told our families that we were pregnant, finally. At that point, we had been trying for 3 years to get pregnant. So they were over the moon for us, and we were so excited, and it was just a dream come true. I was past 11 weeks along. I had a blood test confirming that I was pregnant. Then my progesterone at the time was a little bit low, so they had me on progesterone. We had an ectopic pregnancy. To go back and have to tell our families that we weren't pregnant, that was one of the hardest things that we've ever had to do. Not only were we mourning the loss of our unborn child, but we also needed time to process it, and our families were very, are you okay? Is there anything we can do for you? And it was appreciated to have that kind of support. But to me, it made it a little bit worse because I'm just the type who I need space. If I'm going through something, I don't need hugs and I don't need people fawning all over me. I just need space. And I think for my family, they wanted to comfort me, and that was their way of, mourning that loss as well. To involve them every step of the way might feel a little bit too much, too much pressure. We want to make sure we're completely out of the woods. We want to be pregnant. We want to have many ultrasounds. We want to be in the second trimester, those types of things, just to be safe. We've been through that before, and it was so hard. Recurrent loss, it's just something that we've lived with, and feels like a bit of an unfair existence sometimes. We are ready to be parents. These videos are designed to document our journey for us and for our families, because they're not going through this with us. So we want them to be able to really experience everything that we're experiencing, and we do want them to be a part of it. Lastly, I just want to help others. I had a lot of questions for many years. I never dreamed that it would come to this. I never dreamed that we would be doing IVF. We did an IUI in 2013. It didn't work. I think that cost us $1,200, and that was a lot of money for us at the time. They said we could do it again, and we were just like, well, we can't afford to do that again. And then they said, we really recommend doing it 2 more times before you do IVF. And we were like, whoa, who said anything about IVF? We never even thought that it would come to this at all. We just thought it was taking us a while. We had both met people and heard stories about, yeah, we tried for 5 years and then it just happened. It happens when you're not trying. And we started the adoption process and then we got pregnant. I've heard it all. Everyone's story is different, and our story's different. So hopefully these videos will answer some questions, or maybe even open people's minds to exploring other options, because several months ago, I told my husband, I said, I'm done. I'm done with this roller coaster that we're on. I said, let's go meet with a fertility doctor and hear about IVF. We started our journey last year. We had our first appointment early December of last year and had our consult, and due to the fact that we were going to England for Christmas and then going to England again, we just got back a couple weeks ago. All of that delayed this whole process. So here we are, just now about to start injections in May. I think that a lot of couples feel hopeless. I know that we've had times where we felt hopeless, we've felt angry, we have felt angry when we get text messages from people who are pregnant, and you're just like, of course you are. Of course you're pregnant. It's not the right thing to be angry when someone else gets pregnant. That's just what it's like living with unexplained infertility. No matter what scientific procedures we have at our disposal, the ultimate thing is in God's hands. I think God gave us brains, and He gave us intelligence, and He gave us incredible talent and discover new technologies to help us. So I've made this video long enough. I guess that's it.